I'm Princess Serena, not Princess Serena, and today we are catching up on my pin mail. So I'm finally back from my Italy trip. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I just posted a short last week of all the places I went over the last 24 days. But I've been home for a little bit, just adjusting to the 6-hour time difference. It's harder than it looks. I went to a Sabrina Carpenter concert the day I got back, or the day after I got back, somehow survived to tell the tale. I said, please give me some espresso to get through it, you know? Anyways, I got quite a bit of pin mail right before I left / while I was gone. So I'm so excited to show you. It is mostly trades, very exciting. So without further ado, let's get into it. I'm going to show you the only purchase out of this whole haul. Pretty proud moment here. I, without a doubt, got the Lizzie McGuire selfie pin, DSSH limited edition 400. It's actually perfect because like normally you wouldn't see the picture facing this way, right? It's facing you. But now it's like with the 0.5 selfies, like Disney is on top of things. Like they know. I find it very cute. But yeah, they have multiple characters like this, but I had to get the Lizzie one. And I am awaiting the next Disney Channel pin because I think that is the most recent one. Actually, the newest Disney Channel pin isn't the Lizzie one, it is this one. So it was a promotional pin at the D23 event. It was free, girl math. I mean, you paid a lot to be there. It's almost like you paid for the pins in advance, whether or not you decided to collect all the promotional pins. I think there was 10, but this one was the absolute best. And actually, technically not even the only Disney Channel pin because there was a Descendants one as well, but I'm not into Descendants like that, so I just needed this one. And whenever a pin doesn't cost any money, like a hidden Disney pin or something like this, I try my best. I mean, I try my best to trade for other pins in general. I mean, save your bag for pins you really need to spend your money on. But this one, I was so lucky I was able to trade. One of my Pinstagram followers, thank you so much, sent me a story of someone that had like, no joke, like 10 of these. Like, want to trade, LOL. And I was like, yes, please pick me, choose me. And I love it so much because like you see the wands like in the Mickey head, and it's like the new Disney Channel logo. At least I think it's the newest one. I love representing Disney at different eras of Disney Channel, right? And it's just, I think it's my favorite besides the moving wand one I have, logo pin that I own now. And not only was I able to trade for this, but I actually had another couple pins that she was interested in. So I felt so lucky that she actually bought a pin because she's a local in California, which she was able to go to the park and pick up another pin for me to trade with her. And it is the Finding Nemo character cluster. It is the side characters. I mean, Dory, I would question why she's on here, but Nemo isn't on here. And it's kind of funny. Finding Nemo, haven't found him yet, you know? So even outside of the series that doesn't have the like main characters, it actually makes sense that Nemo isn't on this pin because they haven't found him yet. I love that Squirt and Crush are both on here. I think that's my favorite part about this pin. And it's actually bigger than the Toy Story one I have. So I am going to collect all the Pixar ones they do, and surprisingly there are only 2 so far, but I'm hopeful they're going to make more Pixar ones because they have shown no signs of stopping this amazing series. I am so happy it was not a monthly series because then there would only be 12 of them. I think there's at least double that at this point. So yeah, that was an amazing trade. And then I also traded for this Disney Channel pin. I'm on a roll. So funny story about this pin. So I traded a couple pin events ago for a Disney Channel pin that was so similar to this. Again, a Disney Channel TV. It's been the theme. It's been wild. I was convinced it was the same, but I just traded just because it was in person and it was like an older pin. Why not? But then when this finally came in the mail not too long after that, like, it was slightly different. America's Family Network, which reminds me of every Saturday morning on ABC Family. So seeing America's Family Network reminds me of that. because it is a Disney-owned network. They would show, I remember Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, That's So Raven, Hannah Montana, The Replacements, possibly one more. And then at 12, I stopped watching because it was the Power Rangers. And I was like, I don't like this. I made 2 more trades on fire. I always said I would never, ever in my lifetime buy this pin. It's gorgeous. It is stunning. It is actually one of my favorite profiles that Once Upon a Pin Co did of Once Upon a Time, but it's just my least favorite part of the show. But I did say that if I was able to trade for this and some other ones that I wasn't fond of this part of the show, like, I would do it just because they are really nice and still part of the show. I was actually able to trade for 4 Once Upon a Time pins that I wasn't willing to buy, but trade, and someone had it. It was a miracle. I'm really meant to be a completist. I think that's what the pin universe is telling me. But yeah, the back has quotes, which is my favorite part of this series. So this one says, "There's no savior in this town anymore. Limited edition 35. Like, I'm very lucky to have it, let alone I traded for it. And it is so sparkly. And you can't have Emma as the dark one without Hook, which was even a more absurd plot point. Like, this was already ridiculous and this literally made no sense. But yeah, he looks good. Captain Guyliner, as my favorite Gina would say. His eyeliner is on point. But like, again, it has the sparkles that matches Emma's to the black sparkle in his cape, and it looks so good. And his quote says, "I want you to hurt like you hurt me, limited edition 40. Interesting that she made less of these than this one. I mean, there are a lot of Hook fans, so I guess she thought this would do better. I'm not sure. But yeah, now I have another set of Emma and Hook profiles, aka Captain Swan. That is their ship name, because Captain Hook and Emma Swan. Really, really happy at the end of the day that I do have these, even though it's a very questionable part of the show, but that's okay. We accept it for what it is. At least it gave, you know, existence to some pretty gorgeous pins. So, you know, it's not all bad. Speaking of Regina, part of that trade, the purple variant of the full body Evil Queen have the exact same pin, but in red. But that one is the normal variant, and then this one is limited edition 15. 1-5. I never thought I would own this, and I did have an opportunity to buy it like a couple years ago, but again, I couldn't justify paying for something I have the exact same thing, different font, you know that saying, but it's literally same thing, different color, but like actually, but purple is my favorite color. Can't tell my background, but yeah, and it's such a beautiful shade of purple as well. I cannot wait to reorganize this Once Upon a Time pin board. I may do it later today. I've been waiting to do this video and then do it. I didn't want to just have a bunch of gaping holes in here. I'm like, I wonder what she got for pin mail, you know? So this variant makes a little more sense to have both. So it is Zelina. So I have the variant with the green skin, because she is the Wicked Witch. And then this one is with her normal skin. So yeah, it looks really good. And for the profile, I'm still missing the variant with this skin. Actually, no, I'm missing the profile with the green skin. I have this one, but it was the opposite, which was always nice. Like, I had the profile with one and then the full body with the opposite, but now I have both of these. Why Once Upon a Time pin board is literally perfect, and it would break my heart to like rearrange it all for one pin, but now it's for 5 pins. But wait, didn't she just show 4? Well, I did one more trade. I got this wee little dagger. It says Rumpelstiltskin. I already have, I believe, 2. Yeah, I have 2 of Rumpel's daggers, but this is a different one. And for Once Upon a Time, again, I don't mind how similar they are. I just want all the different ones possible. And that's not something I would buy again, because can't justify that. But I was able to trade, and that one's extra special actually, because I was able to trade with one of my own fantasy pins, one of my little Disney Channel ones, my lemonade mouth one that I made. So that is just like the cherry on top. Here's an overview of my mostly Once Upon a Time pin haul. I cannot fathom that I've said that just now, because I have mostly all of them already. So that's it for my pin mail. I hope you enjoyed. If you haven't already, please subscribe for more pin related content from me and the occasional travel vlog because, again, Italy, my short that you saw from last week, while I am of course doing a long form, possibly two parts. I'm not sure yet if I'm splitting it into two. It feels so foreign being here. Forget about being in a foreign country. It feels foreign being here because I've been filming so long. So the last 3 videos I have posted have been done retroactively. And I would love to know what your favorite pin that I got was. Mine, honestly, I still think it's the Disney Channel one. Also, if you haven't noticed, I have Polaroids up there, and Halloween, that's fun, the little pumpkins that I got at the last pin event, and it's October, so, you know, wanted to put those out. I have no idea where they're going otherwise. Once October's done, your guess is as good as mine, okay? But the Polaroids, it's not just random photos I have of family and friends, because that would not fit the aesthetic. No, that's not just anything goes on the pin wall. No, I thought it'd be so fun to like put Polaroids of all the guests I've had every time I do like my family and friends top 5 favorite pins. So I put the thumbnail of just the photo, not the actual text, and I developed them as Polaroids because I have a Polaroid printer. And as always, take care of yourselves and have a magical day. Bye.